Koumajou Remilia Scarlet Symphony turns gothic action into a mesmerizing side-scroller with satisfying combat and striking pixel art. The soundtrack hits hard, perfectly matching the intense boss battles and moody backdrops. Characters feel distinct, and the pacing keeps momentum strong without dragging. It's easy to get drawn into the world thanks to its crisp mechanics and atmospheric flair. A solid reimagining of a cult classic that respects its roots while keeping things engaging for newcomers. Devil Engine launches into the chaos with intense retro shoot-'em-up action and an explosive soundtrack that fuels every bullet-dodging second. The visuals strike with sharp pixel art and screen-shaking effects that scream old-school power. Each level punches with challenge, pushing reflexes and pattern recognition to the limit. Weapons evolve with satisfying impact, and bosses push back hard. It's a game that respects arcade roots without holding back. A fierce, rewarding rush that never loses its momentum.
The Tarascus and give chase to save their
Fuga Melodies of Steel 2 builds on its predecessor with deeper strategy, meaningful choices, and a heartfelt story that doesn't let go. The turn-based combat feels satisfying, with each character's role feeling important and unique. Emotional weight carries through every decision, especially when lives hang in the balance. Visually, the game carries a distinct art style that matches its somber tone. An emotionally rich tactical journey filled with tension and consequence that's hard to forget. Residual unfolds as a survival adventure set on a procedurally generated alien world where resourcefulness is key. With retro-style pixel art and ambient music, the atmosphere feels both mysterious and inviting. Exploring caves, building tools, and deciphering the planet's secrets create a steady rhythm of discovery. The game encourages patience and curiosity rather than urgency. A sense of calm isolation mixes with rewarding exploration, making it easy to sink into the loop of crafting, surviving, and slowly uncovering new paths. OVERLORD Escape from NAZARICK packs a solid mix of action and platforming wrapped in a dark fantasy setting. The controls feel responsive, and Clementine's powers keep growing in interesting ways, encouraging exploration. Visually moody with a strong atmosphere, each area builds tension through eerie music and clever level design. There's a rewarding sense of progression as new abilities unlock and combat becomes more strategic. A satisfying journey through a mysterious world filled with danger and lore. Psychic 5. Eternal hits with old-school arcade energy and clever platforming. The character switching mechanic keeps each stage fresh, while the catchy soundtrack fuels the retro vibes. Environments are colorful and distinct, filled with fun secrets and enemies that push reflexes and timing. It's a faithful tribute to the classic with thoughtful enhancements that modernize without losing charm. Those who enjoy a mix of challenge, nostalgia, and tight controls will find plenty to appreciate in this throwback gem.
Every cycle you take your
Citizen Sleeper unfolds like a slow-burning sci-fi tale where every choice matters. With rich writing, memorable characters, and a moody synth soundtrack, it sinks deep into themes of survival and identity. The tabletop-inspired mechanics and time-based decisions create a constant sense of urgency without overwhelming. Thoughtful world-building and philosophical undertones make each moment feel meaningful. A reflective journey through a dystopian future, perfect for those who enjoy narrative depth and consequence-driven gameplay.
They don't own you anymore.
Bilkins Folly is a narrative adventure game about a child and his dog, Percy, who must traverse a complex environment. Players may use Percy's cartography talents to modify their map, allowing them to solve puzzles and discover hidden mysteries. Their friendship with Drayton allows them to earn points towards new talents and explore new regions. The game includes unique islands, enchantments for sailors, and encounters with odd locals. Players may personalize their terrain, collect marine animals, compete in treasure hunts, and play entertaining minigames. Nightshade paints a heartfelt tale of love and loyalty set against the backdrop of a historical, ninja-filled world. The art style feels lush and expressive, with character roots that grow deeper the more they're explored. Music adds weight to key emotional moments, and each storyline feels thoughtfully written. Dialogue flows naturally, making it easy to connect with each character's motives. A gentle yet gripping visual novel that makes each decision feel meaningful and worth pondering long after the credits roll. ITTA is an action-packed adventure game in which players battle 18 bosses in a decaying environment. ITTA awakens to find her deceased family members and a spirit, a cat, as her companion. They must face ancient golems and terrifying beasts, pushing their physical and mental boundaries. The game is inspired by personal struggles and focuses on endurance. Players can change their combat style and use invincibility or damage multipliers as needed. The game has gorgeous pixel art graphics and a unique audio composition. DEADCRAFT throws players into a wild post-apocalyptic world where growing zombie allies is just another day's work. The mix of survival mechanics, farming, and combat feels fresh, especially with the mutant abilities shaking up standard gameplay. Building up a base, scavenging for parts, and managing hunger and infection adds a real sense of urgency. It's a strange but satisfying ride that rewards creativity and experimentation. For those who enjoy something offbeat and challenging, this game delivers plenty to sink into. Never Give Up is a brutally fun platformer that lives up to its name. With tight controls, clever level design, and a wicked sense of humor, it keeps players coming back for just one more try. Each level ramps up the difficulty in the best way, adding new hazards and twists without ever feeling unfair. The fast respawns and snappy pacing make failure feel more like a challenge than a punishment. It's tough, hilarious, and incredibly rewarding for those who crave precision and persistence. Rune Factory 5 is a cozy mix of farming, dungeon crawling, and relationship building that feels both laid back and rewarding. Combat is smooth enough to stay engaging, while daily life tasks give a strong sense of progression. The characters are distinct and memorable, with dialogue that adds personality to each encounter. While the visuals lean more functional than flashy, the world feels alive and worth exploring. A relaxing adventure that grows better with time and care, like the crops it encourages planting. Melon Journey Bittersweet Memories is a narrative-driven adventure game that takes place in a pixel art realm full with eccentric people and lawbreakers. Players take on the role of Honeydew, a factory worker at a melon soda company looking for her lost best buddy. The game delves into the town's underbelly, requiring observational skills and fast thinking to understand the plot. The game's characters are quirky and have complicated backgrounds, each with their own distinct variations and sometimes tragic pasts. The game has a compelling jazzy lo-fi music.
Ranked assassin, you are now a target for the...
No More Heroes slices through the mundane with outrageous style and unapologetic attitude. Combat feels chaotic in the best way, with over-the-top swordplay and absurd enemies that keep things wild. The story mixes dark humor with anime energy, while the boss fights crank up the spectacle every time. Travis Touchdown's world is unpredictable, loud, and proudly weird. This isn't just another action game, it's a loud, punk-fueled trip that doesn't care what anyone thinks, and that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Meg's Monster is a short but powerful journey through a strange world where a tough monster must protect a fragile human child. The combat is simple yet meaningful, with emotional weight tied to every encounter. Its pixel art and music create a strong sense of mood, while the story leans into emotional depth without dragging. Few games balance action and emotion like this one. It's easy to get drawn in by the writing and warm humor, For those seeking something thoughtful and different, this game is an unexpected treasure worth the time. Great God Grove builds a rich world full of color, ancient mystery, and satisfying combat. Every area feels distinct, with layered lore tucked behind its lush landscapes and clever environmental puzzles. The soundtrack creates a sense of wonder, while the progression system keeps things fresh without feeling overwhelming. Boss battles carry weight, demanding timing and focus. It's easy to get lost in the atmosphere and depth. A thoughtful, engaging journey that respects both style and substance throughout. Blade Jumper jumps into action with stylish momentum, sharp level design, and a punchy soundtrack that fuels every leap. The combat feels crisp, with timing-based mechanics that reward precision and rhythm. Visuals carry a bold, neon-soaked aesthetic that makes each stage pop with energy. Boss battles demand focus, but they're fair and rewarding. Momentum builds as new abilities unlock, keeping the pace fresh without dragging. A smart and thrilling platformer worth jumping into. GigaBash is a thrilling and chaotic brawler where gigantic monsters clash in vibrant arenas. The gameplay is energetic and fun, with a variety of unique creatures to choose from, each boasting distinct abilities and playstyles. The destructible environments add an exciting layer of strategy, making every match unpredictable. The multiplayer mode is especially entertaining, encouraging both competitive and cooperative play. This game offers non-stop action that keeps players engaged and coming back for more. Dawn of the Monsters is a thrilling beat-em-up that puts players in control of colossal kaiju battling it out in dynamic urban environments. The combat feels satisfying with a variety of powerful moves and combos to master. The visuals are bold and colorful, perfectly matching the monster mayhem on screen. The soundtrack complements the intensity, enhancing each clash. The game's co-op mode adds extra fun, making battles even more intense and engaging. It's a great pick for those craving monster action-packed moments. Nuclear Blaze sets the stage with a blazing firefighting mission that grows more intense with each level. Controls feel responsive, and the pixel art creates a strong atmosphere without overcomplicating the visuals. The firefighting mechanic remains engaging as secrets unfold and hazards evolve. Sound design adds weight to every moment, reinforcing the tension. There's a strong sense of pacing, keeping things engaging without dragging. A well-executed action game with just the right amount of mystery and challenge throughout. Phoenotopia Awakening glows with rich pixel art, an emotional soundtrack, and a deeply engaging world. Its mix of thoughtful puzzles, rewarding combat, and sprawling exploration keeps the journey compelling. The narrative unfolds with care, revealing a universe filled with lore and character. Boss fights challenge without feeling unfair, and every area feels hand-built with purpose. The pacing keeps things fresh, and the game's tone carries a quiet intensity that lingers long after the final scene. GoNNER is a strange and stylish roguelike with a raw, energetic rhythm that keeps each run fresh and intense. The art oozes atmosphere, and the soundtrack pounds with just the right amount of chaos. Death is constant, but it fuels growth, pushing for smarter, faster decisions. Movement and shooting feel snappy, with levels that reshape themselves in strange, hypnotic ways. It's a game that rewards persistence, encourages experimentation, and keeps the action looping in a hypnotic spiral of color and challenge. RAILGRADE builds a satisfying loop of strategy and logistics, where planning rail networks and optimizing cargo flow becomes increasingly rewarding. The sleek visuals and steady progression make managing industrial chaos feel relaxing yet engaging. There's a real sense of accomplishment in watching a perfectly timed train system unfold. What starts as a simple setup evolves into a smart challenge with depth and variety. A solid pick for those who enjoy thoughtful design and watching systems run like clockwork. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.